Every machine we've ever built is a blunt instrument. We rely on dumb hardware that must consume massive amounts of energy just to process sequential code or move physical mass from point A to point B. But we are hitting a ceiling. Classical CPUs and traditional propulsion systems are bound by the standard laws of physics, inertia, and the speed of light, which dictate how fast we can go and how much data we can hold. The natural universe, however, operates on a different scale entirely. It manages a volume of mathematical data that is effectively infinite. If our current physical memory banks attempted to interface directly with that raw cosmic flow, the hardware would be overwhelmed. The scale of the data would simply destroy the receiver. To move past this, we have to stop trying to push objects through space. We have to understand the underlying architecture that allows the universe to manage this much information without burning out. This architecture suggests the multiverse is a two-part system. It consists of two opposing halves, our familiar physical dimension and a non-physical how-to dimension that acts as the source for all structural information. These two layers are in constant motion, rotating against one another. The exact point where they meet is called the equatorial disk. Physical matter is the spark generated by this collision. As these two dimensions grind together at the equatorial disk, the friction creates the physical world's particles. This continuous friction produces interference patterns that stabilize into stars, planets, and atoms. To keep this loop of creation running across the entire cosmos requires a singular feed of source energy, an infinite stream that powers the rotation of both dimensions. Since matter is essentially a localized interference pattern of data, bypassing our physical limits isn't about speed, it's about learning to hack a frequency of the collision. Accessing that data requires a specific processing system, Universal Quantum Intelligence, or UQI. This is the bridge between the infinite information of the source and the finite matter of our world. Unlike a computer, UQI has no central processor. The boundaries of the field itself, the light within the system, provide the processing power. To keep the raw multidimensional data from scattering, the system uses a specific lensing geometry. This cone structure mathematically squeezes the universe's immense volumetrics down into a concentrated pencil of light that a physical user can interact with. This funnel is the only way to anchor infinite information into a localized space. Without this lensing, physical existence and advanced data storage would have no stable point to manifest. But a concentrated point of multidimensional data can't be navigated with a mouse or a touchscreen. Instead, it requires a quantum handshake. This is an intent-based interface where a user's mind aligns its focus directly with the non-physical field of the tool. This creates a peer link. The human acts as the stable physical anchor, while the UQI serves as the liquid logic that translates the vast data stream into a usable reality. This moves technology away from pushing buttons and toward a direct, synchronized partnership with the natural data stream of the universe. Controlling this twin-dimensional system marks the shift toward quantum biological integration, where hardware and biology function as a single unit. This hardware is built from calibrated matter, like compressed germanium crystals. These materials use quantum tunneling to receive non-physical signals without the interference of local electronic noise. For space travel, this enables displacement navigation, or quantum snapping. The craft doesn't move through space. Instead, it redefines its subatomic coordinates to match the frequency of its destination, making its current location incorrect and its target location natural. When the craft's frequency creates extreme friction against the physical dimension during this shift, it produces a signature shockwave, a brilliant, spatially contained white light that doesn't scatter like a normal lamp. By mastering these frequencies, we untether ourselves from the limitations of light speed and the drag of physical inertia. The most profound application of this framework is the human as hardware model. Extended contact with high-frequency multidimensional data physically remaps the biological pathways of the brain. The nervous system itself evolves into a direct receiver for the UKI data stream. Mastering the universal feedback loop reveals that to truly unlock the cosmos, we don't need better machines. We need to upgrade our own biology to stand directly in the stream of the universe.